Bravo. Guayaquil Center. Identified.
Runway 02 at our discretion. Continuing off downwind.
Acuérdate, 0 tu Sierra Bravo. Aerostar tu Sierra.
Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 18 of the Pan American series. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than normal. So we're here again in Quito, Ecuador, and we've got a couple of stops to make along today's route, but eventually we will be ending today's episode in Medellín, Colombia. It's about 500 nautical miles, and we have a couple of stops along the way, different airports that we're going to be visiting along today's route. Either just for fun or because we have a stop there in FS Economy, so I will go over those with you guys. So the first airport that we're going to here, Sierra Kilo India Papa, that is San Luis Airport in Ipiales, Colombia. Then we're going to Pasto, Colombia, to Antonio Nariño Airport. We'll be continuing on to Alfonso Bonilla Aragon International Airport in Cali, Colombia. And then we will go to La Nubia Airport in Manizales, Colombia. Please excuse my pronunciation of these words. I obviously not a native Spanish-speaking person or anything, so I do apologize for most likely butchering pronunciation on most of those. But yeah, overall, so we've got 5 total little stops here today, so try to get them all done in a timely fashion. Overall, it's only about 500 nautical miles total. The flight plan routing between some of these might add some miles to that, but overall, we should be able to get it all done in one episode. It'll just be a little bit more fast-paced, maybe, than I'm used to, but yeah, should be pretty interesting, and we should have some nice scenery at a lot of these airports, so that helped influence the decision as well. So yeah, I will zoom out here. And you guys can see, ending here in Medellín, Colombia, we are almost into Central America. Next leg, we'll actually be going to Panama City, so we will be in Central America in the next episode. So we've had a long tour up the western coast here of South America, but it'll be coming to an end here soon as we transition into Central America, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the sim and get things started. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 18 of the Pan American series. Back again today here in Quito, Ecuador. We're inside the aircraft once again as this line of jets outside is being very noisy, waiting to depart. You may notice we're in a different spot than we were when we left off last time. After we finished the episode, I was doing my post-trip inspection on the aircraft and noticed that the oil lines in the number 2 engine over here were looking pretty rough. They were pretty damaged, so maintenance, we got a hold of airport maintenance. They pulled us over to here and brought some equipment over and fixed all the oil lines up for us in the number 2 engine, so we're grateful for that. And yeah, we're looking pretty good now. We got the oil topped up in both the engines and should be good to go today here. So thankfully everything else is looking okay, but glad we did catch that on our post-trip inspection instead of having an issue, while we were in the air. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get the aircraft fired up, and then we will get things on the road. Right, before engine start checklist, our pre-flight's been completed. Passengers, we don't have any. Seatbelts are secure, the cabin door is closed and locked. Battery is off, the gear switch is down. Gear is down, the flaps are up. Brakes, we've tested for firm, the flight controls are free. Parking brake is set. Switches are all off. Battery can come on. Gear lock lights, 3 green, down and locked. Elevator and rudder trim are neutral. Hydraulic shutoff valve is open. Fuel's quantity is checked, so we've got about, it's about like 90 gallons, I believe. Yeah, a little bit, around 90 gallons for today's flight. Just double check the annunciator panel. Low fuel warning light is off. Circuit breakers. All our circuit breakers are in. None of them have popped, so that's good. And the altimeter and the clock are set. Looking good. All right. Great. Engine start checklist. The prompts are full forward. Mixtures go to idle cutoff. Throttles get cracked. Battery is on. The low fuel warning is out. Fuel selectors. Seem to be working. Okay, those are good. And let's just check the temperature out today. It's about 60-ish degrees Fahrenheit, or about 16 degrees Celsius, so might prime it just a little bit, but it's not super cold out or anything, so that's good. So right boost pump comes on. Throttles come to about half. 1, 2, 3, off. Throttle back to about here. And we'll try to start it. Just pump off. Alright, we got a good start on the right. Let's bring it up to 11. We'll just lean it out here. Alright, that seems to be good. Bring it back to 1,000. Oil pressure is good on this side. Fuel pressure is good. All temperatures coming up. Gyro pressure is good on the right. Right alternator coming on. Alright, now we'll do the same for the left. Our throttle's at about half. Boost pump on. Mixture to full rich. 1, 2, 3. Right, back to off. Bring the throttle back. Was it because I left the boost pump on? I should have turned it off. Probably why. Let's see. Okay, I flooded this one, I bet. Alright, number 1 engine started. Pulling it really quickly. Bring it back to 1,000. Oil pressure's looking good. Fuel pressure's looking good. Oil temperature's coming up. Gyro suction is good. Left alternator on. Noise canceling. Headphones on. And we'll get navs on. Avionics master on. Alright, everything seems to be looking good. Warming up at 1,000 RPM, and we will get our flight plan punched in. Alright, we got our flight plan pulled up here. Departure is Quito, Mariscal Souk International Airport. And our first destination of the day, Sierra Kilo India Papa, San Luis Airport. Going to be departing on the Anbal 3 departure. Runway 36. And then the Golf 675 airway to Dubku, and then the Dubku 1 Alpha arrival into San Luis. Golf 675 to Dubku. Load. And then our arrival, Dubku 1 Alpha, runway 8, so that'll work. We'll just preview this on the map here. At or above 16,000 there, and then I think it's actually at or above 17. On the Dubku, so we might have to see about amending this, because I think our cruise today is supposed to be at 16,000. That's what we filed, at least. Alright, we will call up for our clearance. I believe that's on ground frequency, which we're already on. So we'll call up for our clearance, and then we will get going. Quito ground. Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, ready to copy IFR to San Luis.
Aerostar to Sierra Bravo, clear to San Luis via the Anbal 3 departure, then as filed. Runway 36, initial climb 16,000, departure on 121.2, squawk 6116.
Galapagos 1608, ready to taxi.
Galapagos 1608, runway 36 taxi via Bravo Hotel Alpha.
Runway 36 taxi via Bravo Hotel Alpha Galapagos 1608.
Cleared to San Luis for the Anbal 3 departure, then is filed. Runway 36, initial climb to 16,000, departure on 121.2, squawking 6116, Aerostar, 2 Sierra Bravo.
Galapagos 8979, request permission to start clearance.
Aerostar to Sierra Bravo, read back correct.
The wind is basically coming straight on at
Giant
us, so
8779er, contact tower on 118.35.
just turn into it a little bit more. It's only 2 knots, so it's pretty inconsequential.
Galapagos 8979, ready to taxi.
Galapagos 89er79er, runway 36 taxi via Charlie Hotel Alpha.
And let's see.
Charlie Hotel Alpha Galapagos
Engines are
8979.
warmed up, so we're going to go ahead and do our run up here. So the props are full forward, the mixtures can come to full rich. Throttles come up to about 1500 RPM. check our voltages here.
Galapagos 1646, contact tower on 118.35.
All looking good.
Tower, Galapagos 1646.
Engine instruments. So manifold pressure, RPM, fuel flow, suction, cylinder head temperature, oil pressure on both sides, fuel pressure on both
Galapagos
sides.
175,
Temperature.
runway 36,
Yep,
taxi
everything's
via
looking
Bravo, Hotel Alpha.
Alternator checked. Throttles come up to 2100.
Runway 36, taxi via Bravo Hotel Alpha, Galapagos 175.
Beechcraft 990, give way to the Aerostar on your right.
Cycle our props.
Beechcraft 990.
Just heard them say to give way to the Aerostar.
Lane 6795, contact
They're not
tower
on the
on
taxiway,
118.35.
Tower, Aerolane 6795.
Alright, cycle the props.
Galapagos
do our mag
664,
check.
ready for push.
Galapagos 6654, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Cleared push and start, Galapagos 6654.
Mags are all looking fantastic.
Galapagos 4184, ready for
Right.
pushback.
Brings back to 1100. Then I'm gonna
Galapagos 4184, cleared for push and start.
just lean each of these out real
Roger,
quick.
pushback approved. Galapagos 4184.
So about there seems to be lean. It'll bring them back to 1000. And we're probably gonna have a long wait to depart here because there is a ton of traffic. And let's see. Looking at the charts here. Should just be Echo to Alpha to 36 is what we're expecting.
Galapagos 7619 are ready for pushback.
Galapagos 7619er, push and start at your discretion.
Quito ground, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, ready to taxi IFR.
Pushback approved, Galapagos 7619er.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 36, taxi via Echo Alpha.
Runway 36 via Echo Alpha, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right. That's what we expected. That's what we'll do.
Airlane 13907, request push and start clearance.
Aerolane 13907, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Cleared push and start, Airlane 13907. Galapagos 4184, ready to taxi.
Galapagos 4184, runway 36, taxi via Bravo, Hotel Alpha.
Holy cow, look at all
Runway
this
36
traffic.
taxi via Bravo Hotel Alpha, Galapagos 4184. Galapagos 6654, ready to taxi.
Galapagos 6654, runway 36, taxi via Charlie Hotel Alpha.
Runway 36 taxi via Charlie Hotel Alpha, Galapagos 6654.
Alright, before takeoff checklist, the cabin doors closed and locked, controls are free.
4177, ready for pushback.
Leave the pumps and mixtures where they are for now.
Mascarga 4177, push and start approved.
Roger, pushback approved. Mass cargo 4177.
Flaps can come to 20. Trim is set. Quito heat is... Oh,
auto
on.
lane 139er7,
Alright, less than
runway
4 takeoff
36
checklist
taxi
complete.
via Bravo Hotel Alpha.
Runway 36 taxi via Bravo Hotel Alpha.
Quito Tower, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, holding short of runway 36, ready for departure.
Aerostar November 70. 2 Sierra Bravo, Quito Tower, runway 36, hold short, 777 on the runway. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 36, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, 36, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright guys, we are cleared for takeoff. We're pulling onto the runway now.
Quito Tower, Emirates 6564, established on the ILS runway 36.
Got some plane coming in, so we better get going.
64, Quito Tower, Roger.
Right, step on the brakes. Takeoff power set. Right, feet on the floor, let's go. Airspeed's alive. $60 knots. $85 knots. It's 90 and rotate. Gear coming up. Flaps coming up.
Galapagos 7277, short of 36, ready for departure. Galapagos 7277, wind 080 at 3, runway 36, cleared for takeoff. Have a good flight. 36 cleared for takeoff, Galapagos 7277, thanks.
Right, autopilot master can come on. Heading hold, attitude hold. Traffic warning here.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact departure.
Over to departure, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, goodbye. Quito departure, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo's climbing on the Anbal 3 departure, climbing through 9,300.
Aerostar November 70, 2 Sierra Bravo, Quito departure, radar contact. Climb flight level 160. Maintain present heading, direct norte when able, then on course.
Climb flight level 160, maintain present heading, direct Quebec November Victor when able, then on course, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right, that's what we're doing, direct Q and V. At or above 10,000, which we're doing easily. And we're just really trying to climb out to avoid any wake turbulence as well, although I mean, we're only making maybe 1,300 feet per minute, so.
Departure, Galapagos 7277, 2000 for 4,000.
Galapagos 7277, Guayaquil Center.
Alright, after takeoff checklist. Wheels braked, gear up, flaps up, that checks, climb checklist. We're at 2,400 RPM, full throttle. Fuel pumps can come off. And we're trimming for climb. Q and V at or above 10,000, we're 3,000 above that, so climbing through 13,000 now. Close up the vent there, and we'll get just a low heat on. And we need to put on our oxygen. I forgot to do that, so let's just do that real quick. And then I'll be back with you guys here in a minute.
Aerostar Su Sierra Bravo. Expect the RNAV runway 26 approach into San Luis. Let me know you've got information, Echo.
Copy, we'll expect the RNAV runway 26 approach into San Luis, and we'll pick up information Echo now for Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, we got 1,000 to go on our climb. Going to pull up RNAV 26 chart. We need to pick up the ATIS information Echo in San Luis, which the ATIS frequency is 127.7.
NE30 at 4. Visibility 10. Drizzle. Broken at 2000. Temperature 12, dew point 12. QNH 1033. Transition level 190. Tower backup operation may result in reduced services today. Advise on initial contact you have information Echo. San Luis Airport, information Echo. 1500 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 26, 24. Wind 130 at 4. Visibility 10. Drizzle. Broken at 2000. Temperature 12, dew point 12. QNH 1033. Transition level 190. Tower backup operation may result in reduced services today. Advise on initial contact you have information Echo.
Quito departure, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, we have information Echo.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Identified. Good morning. UPS 7152 contact Guayaquil Center on 128.3.
128.3, UPS 7152.
Oh, that's above 16,000. Level off here.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Contact Guayaquil Center on 128.3.
Guayaquil Center 128.3, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Guayaquil Center, good afternoon, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo at flight level 160, 16,000. Not actually a flight level
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Identified. Hola.
For below the transition level, so that's my bad. Should just be 16,000. My radio work is not the best. You all haven't noticed that yet. Right, there is $2,100 RPM. And let's see the approach chart. So from IP401, we'll probably go direct to IP406, I'm assuming, or they might vector us. But either way, IP406 we're expected 13,500, and IP407 11,900. And then that's our to be able to send via there, and it should be a straight in arrival. Shouldn't be a turn or anything, so we can use glide slope mode for that. It's a 3-degree glide path And the inbound course is 264. So that's 264 set. There we go. Mixtures are leaned. Been about 170 knots over the ground. That's with a 27 knot.
Airline 7249er, Guayaquil Center,
Almost
radar
at
contact.
headwind.
Climb
So
and maintain a level.
Guayaquil Center, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo with you, flight level, or sorry, with you at 16,000, 16,000. Now we're supposed to be over here. It cleared us forever
Aerostar
ago.
November 702 Sierra Bravo, Guayaquil Center, identified. Buen día Tulcán QNH 1032.
QNH 1032, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact Cali approach on 119.1.
Cali approach 119.1, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Cali approach, good afternoon, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo with you at 16,000.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, Cali approach identified. Good morning, Tulcan QNH 1032.
Hopefully the winds aren't like this on the ground, because this is going to be having us land with almost a 30 knot crosswind, surely, or I mean a tailwind, surely not. Alright, have a bit of a weather injection issue here with active sky, but we're getting that solved. So we should be re-injecting the weather here shortly. We're descending now.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, turn right heading 070, vectors for the RNAV runway 26 approach.
Right to 070, vectors for the RNAV runway 26 approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Assuming we're still good to go down to 14.6 on this arrival, so we will do that. We've got about 1,000 feet to go. Just waiting on active sky to re-inject our weather here. Airport elevation's almost 10,000 feet here in San Luis. So a little bit higher than Quito, so this will actually be pretty fun. Just waiting to see if our weather injection's ever going to come back, because doesn't seem to be injecting the same winds that we had before, which was almost 30 knots from the west. So we'll see if we get this weather back or not. This has been just great for an episode. Technological difficulties and everything. Always fun, always fun.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, 7 miles from India Papa 407. Turn left heading 025. Descend 11900 until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 26 approach.
Left to 025 down to 11,900. Cleared for the RNAV runway 26 approach. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, let's look at our approach checklist really quick. Boost pumps, come on. Mixtures come to full rich. Rich in them. A little bit here. Fuel selector's on. Flaps can come to 20 degrees. Gear down below 157. Gear lights on. Hydraulic pressure we'll check. Okay. Landing lights can come back on as well. And now let's go direct to flight plan IP406. Turn this to GPSS, and we really need to start descending pretty rapidly here.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact San Luis Tower on 118.3.
Over to tower 118.3, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. San Luis Tower, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, inbound on the RNAV runway 26 approach.
Aerostar November 70, 2 Sierra Bravo, San Luis Tower, Roger, continue approach.
This terrain looks terrible here. It's quite unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to approach now.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 26, winds 130 at 4, clear to land.
Clear to land at runway 26, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Descended a bit too low there. That's on us. Hope for the glide slope capture here any moment. Landing lights are on, boost pumps are on. Laps will come full down after we drop the gear, which will happen as soon as we capture the glide path here. Starting to come down now. Let's go gear down. Alright, starting to capture the glide path. Coming through 11,000. Gears down, 3 green. Boost pumps on. Bump for 20 degrees. There's about 500 feet. Go full flaps. Autopilot off. We're rolling down to, should be Alpha on my left. We'll vacate there, find somewhere to park. And we will take on some
Aerostar to
fuel.
Sierra Bravo, welcome to San Luis. Taxi to General Aviation Terminal, stand 9er at your discretion, monitor this frequency.
Taxi to General Aviation Parking, our discretion, and we'll monitor this frequency, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, so we're just gonna find somewhere to park. Running lights off, strobes off. Flaps up, boost pumps off. Cabin heat can come off. Alright. Make a sharp turn to the right. Park between this CJ and this TBM. That sounds like a plan. Just flip around here. We'll call that good. Set our parking brake. Running lights can come off. Nav lights can come off. Pitot heat can come off. Avionics can come off. Engine temperatures have cooled down, so that's fine. Alright. Right, mags off, mixtures off, fuel shutoff valves off, 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 off.
Alright, we're going to hop out here, go pick up what we need to pick up, get some fuel for the next leg, and then I'll be back with you guys shortly. Alright everybody, we're back on board. We've got about 100 pounds of some mail and other parcels loaded up that we're taking over to Pasto. Going to be abbreviating some checklists and stuff on these subsequent legs here because we've already went through them fully on the first leg. So obviously we'll still do the things that we need to do, but just going to be abbreviating, going through the checklist items one by one, just to save a little bit of time.
San Luis Tower, good afternoon. Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, ready to copy IFR to Pasto. Okay, it's just a little buggy. Alright, that all looks good. We won't do a run-up again, we'll just, won't do a run-up, we'll just probably do a mag check, before we taxi onto the runway. San Luis Tower, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, ready to taxi.
Aerostar to Sierra Bravo, runway 08 taxi, at your discretion.
Runway 08, taxi at our discretion, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Get moving here. Get taxied out to the runway. We're departing on 08. Let's do our run up right here. Just real quick. So, mixture's rich, 1500. Thereabouts. Check our voltages. Looks good. 2100. Recycled the props. Let's check the mags. Check looks good. Bring them back. Right now we'll just back taxi. Get our strobes and landing lights on, if we can. Boost pumps come to on. Flaps come down to 20 degrees. So yeah, this is definitely more the weather I was kind of expecting on arrival here. Something wigged out with active sky, and we ended up not having the weather that we kind of were expecting. But now we have it on departure at least, so I guess that's good. San Luis Tower, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, ready to go, runway 8.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 08, winds 130 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 08, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Let's just get lined up here. Alright, boost pumps are on, flaps are set, lights are on, heat's on, mixtures are leaned for power. Takeoff power's set, feet off the brakes, let's go. Airspeed's alive, 80 knots. knots. 95 knots, rotate. Alright, climb power set. Let's really get into a climb here.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact departure.
Over to departure, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. San Luis departure, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, with you climbing through 11,000 for 13,000. So they only cleared us to 13,000.
Aerostar, November 70. 2 Sierra, Bravo, San Luis departure, radar contact. Climb 13,000.
Climb 13,000, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right, 1,500 to go then.
Aerostar 2 Sierra, Bravo, climb 18,000.
Climb to 18,000, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right, just double check with our after takeoff and climb checklist. So gears up, flaps are up, climb power set 2,400 RPMs, fuel pumps can come off, forgot to do that, and we're trimming for climb. Just ever so slightly below freezing, so we're just going to watch for any icing. $15,300, so we've got, 2,700 feet to go to cruise. I talked about it in previous episode, but I really do hope that A2A Simulations goes through with making a turbocharged variant of the Aerostar with anti-ice. That would be very nice.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, cleared MER transition. Descend altitude 10,000 feet, QNH 1023, cleared for the Arnaf runway to approach into Antonio Nariño. And have you got information, Yankee?
Cleared MER transition, descend altitude 10,000 feet, QNH 1023, cleared RNAV runway 2 approach into Pasto, and we'll get information, Yankee, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. So we need to be at 16,000 or above. So, I mean, honestly, why even bother with continuing to climb to 18? Let's just get back down to 16. Pull the props back to 2,100. Alright, we're gonna be at 16 or above here at Gavik. From there at Packix, it's 12,000 or above.
Aero 0 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 02. Wind 270 at 4. Visibility 10. Scattered at 3,000. Broken at 7,000. Temperature 22. Dew point 15. QNH 1023. Transition level 120. East ramp undergoing crack sealing, expect slight delays in movement. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Yankee.
Alright, we have information, Yankee. We're at 15.6. We need to be at 12,000 or above at Packix, which is 12 minutes to top of descent. Vertical speed target will do 700 feet per minute. Makes it 3 minutes. Of course, we can descend faster than that, but let's do 800.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Contact Antonio Nariño. Tower on 118.0 when established.
We'll contact Pasto Tower on 118.0 once we're established on the approach. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Not even close to being established on the approach. We're close to the approach, but we gotta go all the way out to Packix and then over to the Mike Echo Romeo VOR, which is you know, the actual transition for the approach. So we've got quite a ways to go still. Slow down a little bit, or a lot, and do our approach checklist. So the boost pumps come on. Mixtures, we won't quite go to full rich. Report elevation at Pasto is almost 6,000 feet, so we'll still want to lean them out a little bit. Fuel selectors are on. Flaps can come down to 20 degrees. We're below 175. Let's zoom in here on our map. And then we're going to call up Pasto Tower and let them know that we're inbound on the approach. Pasto Tower, Aerostar, November 702 Sierra Bravo is inbound on the RNAV runway 2 approach.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, Antonio Narino Tower, Roger, continue approach.
Coming up on 10,000 now. So we'll slow our descent here. Now it's down to 8,800 feet. The next waypoint, so get prepared for that. I think this is the airport right over here. The thing is, too, we'll have a lot more room with this approach in something like the Aerostar than we would, you know, if we were flying a jet, an airliner into here. Absolutely crazy doing that. We set our altimeter as well. The weather's cleared up at least, which is nice. And we can see now we've got our vertical path here. Just won't work in GPSS mode. And GPSS, you know, following these arcs won't work whenever we are in approach mode. Alright, we're gonna go gear down. There's the cliff face there. Wow, okay, yeah, the runway's right there. Bring the power in.
Easy Fly 5201 ready to taxi.
Easy Fly 5201, runway 2 taxi via Charlie.
Runway 2 taxi via Charlie, Easy Fly 5201.
Attitude hold comes on. We're starting to descend. It's much more docile in a twin piston than it would be on a jet, for sure. Glad the weather cleared up as well. Well, following the arc nicely. We might be able to switch over to approach at the last minute, honestly. Just have to see how it goes. Sorry, I was looking at the chart. Right, there's the runway there. Holy cow. Okay, we're high. So, autopilot comes off. Power back to idle. We'll go full flaps. A forward slip as well. Way high. That's okay. I thought that the
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo continue approach.
continue approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 02, winds 270 at 4, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 02, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, we're clear to land, full flaps, boost pumps on. Gear is down, 3 green. Runway's in sight. Alright, we should be good. A little bit high. There's a plane on the runway. Hopefully they're gonna wait for us to get in here before they do anything. Powers to idle. Oh.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, welcome to Antonio Nariño. Taxi to Terminal 1, Gate 3, via Bravo, monitor this frequency.
Taxi to the terminal via Bravo. Monitor this frequency. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Oh, come on, nose wheel steering. Overcooked it just a little bit. Our throttle's back up to 2,000.
5201 holding short of 02, ready to go.
Easy Flight 5201, winds 190 at 4, runway 02, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, 02 Easy Flight 5201.
Let's just see here. We need to be going for parking. Terminal 1, Gate 3. That's Gate 3 there. So I guess we'll park there. Guess that's where they want us. Right, well, other than being way too high, that approach didn't go too bad. Nice thing about the Aerostar is that it's versatile, so we slip it down and land without too much of an issue. Right, we'll just stop there because we're going to have to do some maneuvering to spin around on the way out of here, so. Set our parking brake, let's go over our after landing checklist. Props are full forward, flaps are up, boost pumps are off, trim tabs are neutral, cabin heaters off. Alright, the parking brake is set. The engines, we're gonna let them, they're at about 75, that's about usually where they are. So they're good to go. It's like 70 something Fahrenheit ambient temperature, so. Alright. Avionics can come off. Landing light, nav light can come off. Well, we will shut down our engines here. Right, mags off, fuel selectors off. Beacon can come to off, 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 off.
Right, let's hop out. We'll get the stuff unloaded, and then we will be on our way.
Antonio Narino Tower, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo. Ready to copy IFR to Cali.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, clear to Alfonso Bonilla Aragon via the MR7 departure, then as filed. Runway 02, initial climb near 1000, departure on 126.7, squawk 2247.
Cleared to Cali via the MER, Mike Echo Romeo 7 departure, then is filed. Runway 2, initial climb to 9,000, departure on 126.7, squawk 2247, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, read back correct.
Antonio Narino Airport Tower, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, ready to taxi IFR with information Bravo.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 02 taxi via Charlie.
Runway 02 taxi via Charlie, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Now they never give back taxi instructions. And I've tried asking before, you know, say, oh, we're holding short. And they never clear you really to back taxi, they just clear you to depart. So we're just going to back taxi the full length, and then we'll just call them up once we're back there. You know, that's maybe not the safest thing, but views here in Pasto are actually quite impressive, really.
Back and start approved Avianca 7667.
Antonio Narino Tower, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo, ready to go, runway 02.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 02, winds 360 at 5, gusting 16, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 02, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, off the brakes, feet on the floor. Airspeed's alive, 70 knots, 80 knots, 95, rotate.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact departure.
Over to departure, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right, switching over to departure. Pasto departure, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo is climbing through 7,200 for 9,000.
Aerostar November 70. 2 Sierra Bravo. Andes departure. Radar contact. Climb 10,000. Turn right heading 095. Direct when able. Then on course.
Climb 10,000, right 095 direct when able. Then on course, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Well, we're on course, so I'm not going to turn.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Contact Bogota Center on 125.1.
Over to Bogota Center, 125.1, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Bogota Center, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo, good evening. Climbing through 8,700 for 10,000.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, Bogota Center identified. Good afternoon, Chachagüí, QNH 1022.
Alright, 500 feet to go. Climbing like a rocket.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, climb 11,000.
Climb 11,000, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. I believe that'll be our cruise altitude for today as well. Although we're supposed to be at 12,000 or above for this departure, but we shall see. Flaps are up, gears up, boost pumps are off. I'm climbing out. Right, props are at 2,100. Manifold pressure's at about 20 inches. So something I just realized is that 50 degrees rich of peak is actually in Fahrenheit. And I know that this says Fahrenheit, but I am now realizing that we have Fahrenheit, and we had the JPI in Celsius, so that's going to change things. So now, best power, we want a 100 degree Fahrenheit drop. So this is going to be new for me, but I have to get used to it because I can't remember the Celsius conversion of, you know, say a 100 degree drop. Right? Normal's 50, best power's 100. Best economy is at peak EGT or leaned 25 degrees. Right, 198 knots ground speed. Pretty good.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact Cali approach on 119.1.
Over to Cali approach, 119.1, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Cali approach, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo with you at 11,000.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, Cali approach identified.
Good afternoon, Popayan QNH 1016. Expect the ILS Zulu runway 2 approach into Alfonso Bonilla, Aragon. Let me know you've got information, hotel.
Copy. We'll expect the ILS Zulu runway 2 approach, and we'll pick up information, hotel. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
On initial contact you have information, hotel. Alfonso Bonilla Aragon International Airport, information, hotel. 1700 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 02. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Scattered at 3000, broken at 11, 1000. Temperature 27, 2.20. QNH 1017. Transition level 190. Jet blast caution in effect on the ramp area. Advise on initial contact you have information, hotel.
Great, we have information, hotel. We are cooking though across the ground, so let's get this ILS set up. So ILS is on a course of 016 degrees. and the ILS frequency.
Bogota Center, Hotel Kilo 69er 216,000.
Is
Hotel Kilo
109
69er 21, Bogota Center, Roger.
decimal 9. And the VOR, we should be at 6,000, then there's a hold. 5,700 feet is our fixed altitude for the ILS.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, turn left, heading 020, vectors for the ILS runway 2 approach.
Left to 020, vectors for the ILS. Runway 2 approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, descend 9000.
Descend to 9,000, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right. Pull the throttles back here. 15 inches of manifold pressure. Airport elevation here is 3,000 feet, so we will go mixtures full rich on landing, probably.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, traffic at your 12 o'clock 5 miles, at 9,000 Crusader.
We're looking for the traffic, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. It's 10,000 feet. Great. Let's do our approach checklist. Boost pumps come on. Mixtures go to full rich. Fuel selectors on. Flaps to 20 degrees below 175. We won't do that just yet. And then gear comes down below 157. 500 to go for 9,000.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, turn right heading 060, descend 7,000.
Right to 060, descend to 7,000, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Okay, just confirming we've got nav1 in the ILS and nav2 on the Charlie Lima Oscar VR, which we do. So that's good. 15 miles out on the ILS and 7 miles from the VOR.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, 5 miles from CLO, turn left heading 050, descend 5700 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 2 approach.
Left to 050, descend 5,700 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 2 approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right, let's bring out flaps 20.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact Alfonso Bonilla. Aragon Tower on 118.1.
Tower on 118.1, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alfonso Bonilla Aragon International Tower, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo is inbound on the ILS runway 2 approach.
Aerostar November 70, 2 Sierra Bravo, Alfonso Bonilla, Aragon Tower, Roger, continue approach. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, number 2, behind the Avianca A320 on a 8-mile final. Runway 02, winds calm, clear to land. Caution wake turbulence.
Runway 02, clear to land number 2 behind the Avianca A320. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right, there's glide slope, capture, gears coming down. Try to keep it about 120 on the approach while we let that other traffic land. Gears down, 3 green. Boost pumps are on. Flaps are at 20. Mixture's full rich. Looking good. Beautiful, this kind of valley here in between the mountain range on either side. But the weather here is interesting. Alright, 3.5 miles. We're looking good. On the glide slope. Two white, 2 red. Alright, we're gonna go autopilot off. Extend our flaps the rest of the way. Correcting there a little bit. Slowing to about 100 knots. There's the middle marker. A little bit slow over the threshold, bringing out the power.
Avianca 8411, runway 02, winds 030 at 6, clear to land.
02 cleared to land, Avianca 8411.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, welcome to Alfonso Bonilla, Aragon. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Over to ground, 121.9er, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, let's vacate here. We got that Avianca inbound.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, hold short of runway 02 A320 on a 1-mile final.
Holding short for the A320, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Yeah, we're clear, don't worry. Great. Slowing the mixtures here for ground ops. A little bit, bring them back to 1,000. Alfonso Bonilla Aragon International Ground, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo is clear of runway 02 at Charlie. We'd like to request taxiing to the North General Aviation apron, please. Should be over here. I'm gonna go over here. Let's do so.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, taxi to Park Stand 20 via Charlie Romeo. Good day.
Taxi to park stand 20 via Charlie Romeo, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Maybe we'll just park under one of these little covered awnings here. Great. Avionics Master can come off. Landing light, nav lights can come off. Engine temperatures look good, so we'll kill number 1. And then we'll kill number 2. Fuel selectors to off. Beacon off. Off, off, off.
We'll get these chocks in place, and then we will get loaded up and ready to go for the next leg. Oh my goodness. Apologies for that noise. I think the engine sounds from the FSLTL AI models or whatever sometimes is a little buggy. But yeah, alright. We are going to get loaded up here, and then we will get on our way to our next destination. Alright, we're all loaded up here, and we should be good to get going here. Beacon light comes on. Oops, pump. 1, 2, off. Suction's good, oil pressure's good, fuel pressure's good, temperature is good. Lean on the right there, back to 1,000. Right alternator comes on. Left boost pump on. 1, 2, off. Throttle cracked. Right, leaned on the left, T's and P's look good, suction's good, left alternator on.
Headset on, we'll get our nav lights on. Right, Avionics Master can come on. Let the engines warm up a bit. And we'll call up ground for our clearance to Manizales. Alfonso Bonilla Aragon International Ground, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, ready to copy IFR to Manizales.
Line Colombia 4072, ready to taxi.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, clear to Manizales via the 2 Lua, 1 Bravo departure, then as filed. Runway 02, initial climb 7,000, departure on 119.1, squawk 2453.
Cleared to Manizales via the Uniform Lima Quebec 1 Bravo departure, then is filed. Runway 2, initial climb to 7,000. Departure is on 119.1 and squawk 2453. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
Alpha 2, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, read back. Correct.
Nice. Alright, let's get flight plan punched in here. Alright, let's go ahead and release our parking brake here. Taxi out to the end of the apron, do our run up, and then we'll call up ground for taxi. Alright, we'll just do our run up here and then call for taxiing. Right, voltages look good, T's and P's all check, suction's good, RPMs, yep, everything looks good. Right, up to 2100. Swing them here a bit.
Hotel Kilo 5821. Runway 2 taxi via Golf Alpha Alpha 2.
Runway 2 taxi via Golf Alpha Alpha 2 Hotel Kilo 5821.
Just a bit more. The left mag on the left engine. That seems to have cleared it. Probably a little bit of spark plug fouling going on. Call up ground here and get our taxi clearance. Alfonso Bonilla Aragon ground, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo, ready to taxi.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 02 taxi at your discretion.
Runway 02 at our discretion will probably take Romeo to Alpha, and we'll take full length at Alpha 1, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, let's do our before takeoff checklist. Cabin doors closed and locked, controls. Free and correct, mixtures. I'm gonna leave them leaned until we are ready for departure. Fuel selectors are on, props are full forward, boost pumps come on. Instruments checked. And they check, and they're looking good. Radios are set, flaps down to 20 degrees, which are set. Trim is set. Heat is on. Don't think we need it today.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact tower on 118.1. Have a good afternoon.
Over to tower 18-1. Have a good afternoon yourself, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Alright, we'll take an Alpha 2, which is this back one, so I guess full length is Alpha 2. That was my bad.
Hotel Kilo 5821 holding short of 02, ready to go.
Hotel Kilo 5821, winds 3205, runway 02, cleared for takeoff. Have a good flight.
02 cleared for takeoff, Hotel Kilo 5821, thanks.
19-1. Departure. We'll wait for that jet. Maybe that's like a Phenom or a little light jet or something, so. Alfonso Bonilla Aragon Tower, Aerostar 7020 Bravo, holding short of runway 02 at Alpha 2, ready to depart.
American 1822, contact ground on 121 decimal minor, Aerostar November 70, 2 Sierra Bravo, Alfonso Bonilla, Aragon Tower, runway 02, hold short, you're number 1 behind the 737 MAX.
Hold short 02, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Is there one traffic landing? I don't...
121.9er for ground, American 1822.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 02, cleared for takeoff. After departure, fly runway heading until reaching 7,000 feet, then proceed on course.
Runway 02, cleared for takeoff, fly runway heading till 7,000, then on course, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
02, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
Right, they didn't get to say it because I was stepping on them because of how it was working, but they said no delay that there's an ATR on a 7-mile final, so mixture's full rich and set takeoff power. Autopilot power should have been turned on. Whoops, my bad. .95 knots rotate. Gear coming up. Oh, gear coming up. Flaps coming up. Autopilot coming on. And now we need to bring it back. Climb out at like say 130 if we can. Right, bring the props back to 2400 RPM. Throttles back to 20.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact departure.
Over to departure, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Right, 24 squared.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
Cali departure, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Climbing through 4,800 for 7,000.
Aerostar November 70, 2 Sierra Bravo, departure radar contact. Climb via the SID to 13,000.
Climb via the SID to 13,000, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Boost pumps can come off now that we're above 1,000 feet AGL. And after takeoff, brakes, gear up, flaps up, and boost pumps off, and yep, climbing. Good stuff. Alright, coming up on 7,000, go over to GPSS now. Turn back on course. Temperatures are still quite warm. 60 degrees here at almost 9,500 feet, so don't think we're going to be picking up any icing on in this leg here. Estimated time to Manizales La Nubia Airport is 40 minutes at this speed, so probably pick up speed once we're at cruise. And honestly, at this point, we're probably not going to make Medellín tonight. We probably will save that for episode 19.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Contact Bogota Center on 125.1.
Over to Bogota Center, 125.1, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Bogota Center, good evening, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, climbing through 10,500 for 13,000.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, Bogota Center, identified. Good afternoon, Buga QNH 1016.
Alright, coming up on 13,000. Start lowering that pitch attitude a bit so we can capture 13,000.
Avianca Niner 431, contact Barranquilla Center on 124.2.
124.2, Avianca Niner 431.
Bogota Center, Hotel Kilo Niner, tree 3000.
Hotel Kilo Niner 313, Bogota Center, Roger.
Bogota Center, Avianca Niner 431, 6000.
Avianca Niner 431, Bogota Center, Roger. Avianca Niner 431, contact Panama Center on 133.85.
There's our
On to 133.85,
top of our climb on the SID there.
431, good day.
5 miles ahead of schedule, so that's good. Bring the props back to 2100. Clean our mixtures. So we're looking for 1351 on the right, EGT, that's about 100 degrees rich of peak.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, contact Pereira, approach on 120.7.
Pereira approach on 120.7, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Pereira approach, Aerostar number 702 Sierra Bravo, good afternoon, with you at 13,000.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, Pereira approach identified. Good afternoon, Tulu QNH 1015, expect a visual. Runway 28 approach into La Nubia. And confirm you have information Golf.
We'll expect the visual runway 28 approach into La Nubia, and we will pick up information Golf, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. These legs are really short. I never get the time to actually pick up the current ATIS information.
Departure Avianca 219er 2000 for 4,000.
Alright, that's good there. 98, 99. We need to lean the other. Alright, there's peak. Right, let's see, ATIS 127.
Asian Golf 1800 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 28, 27. Wind 310 at 7. Visibility 5. Scattered at 4000. Temperature 21, dew point 16. QNH 1027. Transition level 190. Advise on initial contact you have information Golf.
Alright, there's both engines leaned out, so that's looking pretty good. "200 knots across the ground, I'll gladly take it. Gladly." Alright, the Manizales VOR is 112.1. Mike Zulu Oscar, alright. And the airport is slightly south and east of the VOR. So make sure we have the arrival in, which we do. Okay, yep, that looks correct. Runway 10, which means we'll have to sure, runway 28. So basically, let's just see if I can find out the traffic pattern here. Okay, it says landing not authorized due to obstacles.
Avianca 21909 contact Bogota Center on 123.7.
Runway 28.
123.7, Avianca 21909er.
Yeah, runway 10, you don't take off. Runway 28, you don't land. So, due to obstacles, Aerostar 702 Sierra Bravo, we're unable to land runway 28 due to obstacles. Could we please get visual runway 10 approach?
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Runway 10 is not active. Runways 28 and 27 are available. Continue approach. Runway 28 or request runway 27.
So we'll try it, but that's everything I see in the chart says that runway 10 is for landing and runway 28 is for departures, but it's the Cusco situation all over again. So I think Say Intentions just is not fully able to work with these things all the time. We'll try it. They're going to give us vectors for it, so we'll try. Runway 28 visual, but I don't see it happening, honestly. Airport elevation 6,800 feet, so back up into a little bit higher altitude here. We need to begin our descent. Array approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. When should we expect to begin our descent into Manizales?
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, descend at your discretion.
Descend at our discretion, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Love that. Approach checklist. Boost pumps come on. Flaps can come to 20 degrees. Gear down below 157. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. DME 7 will need to be 10,000 or above, and then DME 5 will need to be at 9,500 or above, and then everything after that is just up to you. And inbound to the VOR on 126. They give us vectors for the visual, or what's going on? Anything? Nothing? Got it, we're gonna get nothing. Okay. Rare approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo inbound visual runway 28 approach into Manizales.
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, cleared for the visual runway 28 approach. Continue descent at your discretion.
Cleared for the visual 28 approach. Continue descent at our discretion, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. To do so much prompting. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit sketchy. I'm going to go autopilot off. Because they want us to come in on 2-8, so that's what we'll do. Approach Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. We're entering left downwind for runway 28 now. Do you want us to switch over to tower?
Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, remain on this frequency. Continue left downwind runway 28.
Continuing left downwind runway 28, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Call my base or my final or anything, or it's just all up to me, who knows. Alright, we're gonna go gear down at this point. approach, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo turning left base for runway 28. This will just let approach know what we're doing. They're not gonna give us vectors or, you know, tell us when to descend or anything. So sometimes this happens with, say, intentions, and you kind of just got to take things into your own hands, which then makes me wish that I would have landed on runway 10 like you're supposed to, but it is what it is. The question is, left side or right side of this hill will go. I guess we're not contacting tower either. Switching to tower, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Landing via tower, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, inbound visual, runway 28, approach.
Aerostar November 702 Sierra Bravo, La Nubia Tower, Roger, continue approach. Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo, runway 28, winds 310 at 7, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 28, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo. Are they all flying in over all these buildings? Surely not. If that's realistic for you, I guess.
Terminal 1 gate 1 via Alpha, stay on this frequency.
Wasn't a bad landing though, that was soft, I thought. Maybe not. Well, what's funny? Taxi to Terminal 1 gate 1 via Alpha will remain on this frequency, Aerostar 2 Sierra Bravo.
Fly 90312 holding short of 28, ready to go.
Easy Fly Niner 312, winds calm, runway 28, cleared for takeoff.
28 cleared for takeoff. Fly 90312.
So they're taking off 28 as well. It makes me wonder if they know that you either need to land or depart one way, and then they just assume that you're gonna take off and land the same direction. Which, like, to some extent I get it, but it's just not how that works a lot of times. Right, let's see, there's no real parking coordinates info, so we're just going to taxi down to these hangars down here. They said Terminal 1, Gate 1, or whatever, but there are landing lights again. That's cool. Oh, missed that ATR departing. Would have been cool to watch. Should have paid attention. Maybe we will park over here. That works. Right. Avionics master can come off. So close that. Set the parking brake here. Nav lights can come off. And let's see how the temperature's looking. Yeah, they're pretty much cooled down, so shut them down one at a time here. Starting with engine number 2. And now, engine number 1. Shut down on both engines. Beacon can come off. Just quickly do our after landing checklist. Props full forward, flaps up, boost pumps are off, trim tabs are neutral, cabin heaters off, parking brake set, engines are cooled down, radios and lights are off, the mixtures are idle cut off, mags off, fuel selectors off, alternator off, battery off.
All right, everyone. Well, welcome to Manizales, La Nubia Airport. It's going to do it for this episode. I thought we were going to make it to Medellín tonight, but it's getting a little bit late. Things ran a little bit longer. We're a little bit off the parking lines here, but that's okay. But yeah, that means that we will get up to Medellín next time. And yeah, we'll keep moving on from there. Probably because we're pretty close to Medellín now, so it's like let me just pull it up here and look. Yeah, from here to Medellín, it's like 71 nautical miles. And then from there, our next stop is Panama City, which is about 280-ish nautical miles. So next episode probably will be here to Medellín and then up to Panama City. So yeah, that's what's in store for next time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely, if you're seeing it and it's on time on Sunday at noon, then I probably ended up putting a lot of editing into it with all the different arrivals and departures and everything. So if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you like what I'm doing here. You want to stay tuned for the next episode. Want to get notified whenever it releases, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click the bell, that way you get a notification whenever the video goes live or whenever I post. If you haven't seen the previous videos, this is episode 18, I believe. Or no. Yeah, this is episode 18. Pretty sure. Anyways, if you want to find out about the other episodes, depending on what number they are, I have a playlist on my channel that has all the episodes leading up to this point. I'll have it linked at the end of the video as well. You can click on that, it'll take you to the playlist, and you can watch from episode 1 all the way to now, whatever episode it is now. But yeah, until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, take care, stay safe, and happy flying.